is. I love it. Okay. Honestly, I would be good friends with this dude. Wanna know why? Because at the end of the day, he's got a good heart. And he goes, and at the end of the day, rebel without a cause. Like, okay. He goes, partial responsibility, but it's the whole situation that's created, and then you just step into it for the final act. And so it's like a situation that kind of builds itself. Maybe something he does every day is dangerous. Maybe something that he's created or is around every day is dangerous. Could be a daily habit. Could be pretty much anything. Could be driving cars real fast. Just general rebel without a cause vibes. Okay, he tells me he passes before his time, suddenly, unexpectedly. I was like, did you know it was, oh, he goes, very good heart. He did create this issue. Okay, I'm going to keep going then. I was like, did you know you were going to die? And he literally looks at me and goes, hell no. I done it before. All right, I'm going to write that down. He goes, Kato, you could say it was tragic, but that's just because of, like, let's say it's tragic because of who was around, or like eyewitnesses, or who found him. He goes, you don't expect there to be an audience, he says. How did he pass? And Cass says, he is younger, he did have a very good heart, and he did create the issue. So I am very, very excited. I totally see your comment over there, Akaria. Cass says, in his sleep on hospice, he made it way longer than expected. I think it's because my siblings were there. He was stubborn. He goes, it could be tragic, but it's the audience. Oh, he's done it before. He's been in the hospital before. So this had to have been in his sleep, hospice. Oh, and it's only tragic because people were around. You know what? They must have been taking shifts. I don't think there was a moment where he was left alone at all. I think the siblings were so huddled, and that probably means he was on that slow decline for like a day or two, you know? Yeah, shifts. Seriously. I think that he was on that decline for a day or two, just waiting for the moment that one of you guys went to the effing cafeteria and left the room. I think the doctors knew it. I think everybody knew it, but his kids would not leave him unattended. They want to watch. I didn't think I would make it. He had 72 hours and made it 13 days. I was like, listen, he shouldn't even have made it that long. I feel like the kids were watching so hard. It even took longer for him to go. So Cass said my sister went for a soda and they rushed him back. See? I was like, he rushed her back. I was like, one of them needs to go to the cafeteria so I can get this done. And then the sister steps out. To get a soda, and they literally rush her back because that's exactly when it's happening. So, listen. The only thing he would change is everybody not being there, honestly, and I love that. I love his personality. I love that it's very loving, but also like, ew, you don't need to see this type of thing. But those kids holding on tightly gotta be there for every minute, count every second. He goes, they traumatized themselves, Kato, but I love them. I love that they were there, but they traumatized themselves. Don't only think of that. I was, the shade of purple here, white here, green here. The bodies change. I'm a bruising avocado in the last couple of days. He says, but he acknowledges each and every person that was watching him pass. He acknowledges, I've never drawn people on here, he acknowledges that people are there accompanying him while he ends up passing. One person, probably the daughter that went to go get the soda and he ripped the rug out from under her, probably still freaking traumatized. You feel horrible you couldn't be there? I thought I wouldn't make it. You sat on FaceTime? That's perfect. What do you mean? You're like, I sat on... Oh, so it's tragic because you thought you weren't going to be able to make it, but you saw. He knows everybody was witnessing it. Even if you were sitting there on FaceTime, he knew that you were witnessing it and you were there in energy. And honestly, damn, could you imagine trying to like wait for your kid to like go get a soda so you could like portal out of this universe, and then they've got you on FaceTime? Fantastic. So that is for you. Them being around was for them. They told him he could. Actually, I don't know if they told him they can go. They told him it'd be okay. Maybe they told him they can go. I don't know. They really didn't want him to. Anyways. But then also you being on FaceTime, you being here or there is neither here nor there. He is totally fine. And then right when you brought that up, you're like, Kato, I told him he could go. And I was like, I don't know who told him he could go. But you begged him to just leave and you didn't want him to suffer over FaceTime? Listen, I was like, I don't know who told him. I don't know if anyone told him he could go. Maybe not. Who knows? But he knows you were there on FaceTime and present. Okay, great. So even your FaceTime call telling him he could go, he went. Okay, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. I couldn't have known any of that without being in that room with him. Honestly. Well, he listened, Miss Cass, and he talks about the audience that he had, and he knows that you were watching on FaceTime, and he felt your presence, and you don't have to feel like you missed it. He still was pretty confident that he was getting out of there. He's like, no, I can make it. And he's like, I've been through medical stuff before. I can do it. I'm like, oh, man. My siblings thought he waited for me. They called me to beg him to leave. I just wanted him happy, and that's what they called you for, and he was waiting for you. All that timing, and you just wanted him happy, and all he needed to do was hear you say, right here, I just realized you couldn't see this the whole time, but right here, and you'll see it when it's all on YouTube, he just needed you to say that he could go, that he could leave. That's beautiful. Love ya.